The Naomi Cloud case, the woman who ran, the law that followed, a Heartline production, true crime podcast. I'm John Hart. You know, some stories don't end where folks think they do. Some don't fade into rumor or legend. Some circle back years later, and the truth walks right up to your door. This is a story of Naomi Cloud, a woman who ran, a woman who hid, a woman who thought she could outrun the mountains, the law, and her own choices. But the law has a long memory, and the mountains, they remember everything. Before she became a headline, before the whispers and the trial, Naomi Cloud was a familiar face in Princeton, West Virginia. She wasn't just another woman in town. She was the owner of Merle Norman Cosmetic Studio on Merle Street, a little storefront with soft pink walls, gold lettering on the window, and the smell of powder and cold cream drifting out every time the door opened. Women came to her for foundation matches, eyebrow shaping, wedding makeup, just a little confidence and a lot of conversation. And Naomi had a way about her. She was in her early 30s with dark hair she kept pinned up neatly, sharp cheekbones, and a polished look that made her stand out in a Coal Town crowd. People described her as pretty but not fragile, put together always, ambitious, maybe too much so, a woman who liked attention but chose who she gave hers to. She dressed better than most, pressed blouses, tailored skirts, a touch of perfume even on ordinary days. Some said she carried herself like she was meant for a bigger life. Others said she carried secrets. Socially, she wasn't the type to linger at church potlucks, but she wasn't a recluse either. She had customers who adored her, friends who admired her confidence, and men who noticed her, sometimes too much. Behind the corner of her Merle Norman shop, Naomi Cloud looked like a woman in control of the world. But behind closed doors, the world was cracking. David Cloud, Naomi's husband, was found dead in 1980, shot, left behind like a problem somebody wanted solved. Investigators quickly learned the marriage wasn't as calm as it looked. Money troubles, arguments, rumors of Naomi spending time with other men. And then came the names, George Ballard Guthrie II and John Corprew, two men who weren't just acquaintances, they were part of something darker, a plan, a conspiracy, a murder-for-hire scheme that pointed straight back to Naomi. The evidence painted a picture of three people tangled together. Naomi, who wanted out of her marriage, Guthrie, who had a temper and a willingness to do dirty work, Corprew, who drifted between jobs and trouble. It wasn't a crime of passion. It wasn't a moment of rage. It was planned. And when the indictments came down in September 1980, all three names were on the paperwork. But indictments don't mean arrest, not yet, because Naomi Cloud had one more move left. When the law came knocking, Naomi didn't answer. She ran, left the state, left her life, left the mess she had helped create. And for a while, folks thought she had slipped away for good, that she had vanished into the cracks of the country, becoming one more ghost in the Appalachian wind. Stories grew around her. She's in Texas. She's seen in Florida. She's living under another name. She's dead. She's hiding in plain sight. But the truth was simpler. She was running, and the law was patient. What most people don't know, what gets lost in the retellings, is that Naomi Cloud didn't stay gone. She was found, arrested, brought back to West Virginia to face the charges she tried to outrun. Just like Guthrie, just like Corprew, the law caught up with all of them. And when Naomi Cloud walked into that courtroom, she wasn't a ghost anymore. She was a defendant. The courtroom was packed. People wanted answers. People wanted justice. People wanted to see the woman who'd run finally stand still. Naomi sat at the defense table, hair pulled back tight, face pale under the fluorescent lights, wearing a plain dress that looked nothing like the polished woman she used to be. The evidence laid out the conspiracy, the planning, the motive, the involvement of all three, the cold, deliberate nature of the killing. And the jury listened. When the verdict came down, it came down hard. Naomi Cloud was convicted. Not rumored, not speculated, not whispered about. Convicted. Naomi Cloud was sentenced to prison, her flight over, her story no longer a mystery, her fate sealed by the very justice she tried to escape. Upon her release from prison, Naomi returned to Princeton, remarried, and has lived a quiet life and a life built on faith. The mountains had the last word. Because in Appalachia, you can run from the law. You can run from the truth. But you can't run from the story. It always catches up. Some folks say Naomi Cloud disappeared. Some say she slipped through the cracks. But the truth is simpler and heavier. She ran, she was caught, she was judged, and she paid the price. This has been the full story of Naomi Cloud, the woman who tried to outrun her own shadow. A Heartline production. I'm John Hart. If you like these podcasts, please like and subscribe. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next ridge.